Hello guys, and welcome in the fourth episode. In this episode, we'll implement the movement of our puzzles. Anytime you press the puzzle will move in the empty slot. Let's open our project, go to the script folder and open the puzzle script. We'll have to add a few variables. Let's add public bool clicked and set it to false. This variable will be set to true whenever we press the mouse button. Hide it in the inspector. This line of code counts that we won't see this variable under the script in the inspector, but the variable is still public. Okay, let's add a few more variables. Add the variable called go left. Maybe not set it here. Go left, and we will need go right, go bottom, and go up. Go left, right, up, and down, and all of these variables will be hidden in the inspector. Okay, then we will need another variable, which is the type of the vector2. Vector2, and the variable will be called move amount. This variable will be set from the game manager class and will be contain how much we want to move the puzzle in a certain direction. How much to move. Okay, first of all, let's implement the function which will be setting the clicked variable whenever we press the mouse button or whenever we touch the puzzle. Let's add the function void on mouse down, and this function is pre-implemented by Unity and is always called whenever we press the mouse button. And if that happened, let's set clicked to true, and whenever we release the mouse button or whenever we put off our finger from the puzzle, we'll call the void on mouse up. Okay, equals false. Okay, then we will need one more variable which will be public boolean moved and is equal to false. This variable will prevent us from moving the puzzle more than once in the certain location. All of these variables will be hidden. Okay, let's add the function to actually change the position of our puzzle. We create the void move puzzle, and then if go left, if this variable will be set to true, we will move the puzzle to the left position. We need to change the position of the puzzle. Transform dot position is equal to new vector3, and then we will want to take the current position. Transform dot position dot x minus move amount dot x. Okay, and then transform dot position dot y and transform dot position dot z. Okay, we will only change, because we're moving the left side to the left side, the puzzle to the left side, we only gonna affect the x position of the puzzle by we just want to move this puzzle by the amount which will be set from the game manager. And then let's set this go left to false, as we already moved. Okay, and then moved moved to false. Okay, and then don't forget to set this moved to false from here as well whenever we release the mouse button. Sorry, we need to set the move to true after we move the puzzle. That okay, that was a small mistake. Now let's do the same for every single direction. Go right, go right. The go right position will be the same. The only difference is we're gonna move to the plus move amount on the x coordinate, and then go right will be set to true. Sorry, to false, and move to true. Then next one will be go up, false, and in the go up we will actually affect the y coordinate, the y position, and we want to add this amount on the y to the y position of the puzzle. Okay, the x position will be stay the same, and then go down will be here, and then we want to change the y position by the y position of the move amount. Sorry, by the y value of the move amount. Okay, we have this function now. Let's save it. We have to call this function in the update method. Let's call it here. This function will be called every time, but is only going to affect the position whenever this one of this variable is set to true. This variable will be set from the game manager. Okay, let's go now to the game manager, and inside the game manager class we have to add a few variables. The first one is public. This variable will be assigned from the inspector, and the type is layer mask. Let's call it collision. This variable is the collision mask, which will be set from the inspector. I will show you in a moment how to do it. Let's create other variables which will be needed. Maybe I will quickly explain how this collision gonna work. From each puzzle, we will fire up 4 rays from its middle, and then we will check the ray hit. If the ray hit any other puzzle, that's mean, for example, we gonna fire 4 rays, one left, one right, one up, and one down. And then if right and left hit the puzzle, that's mean we cannot move to any of this position. If any ray didn't hit anything, that means that position is empty, and we can move this puzzle to that position. Hopefully that's made it clear. You will see in a minute in the code how this one gonna work. Okay, let's add the collision variables. The first one, we will wanna create the 4 rays. Let's call it ray, and then ray up, ray down, ray left, and then ray right. Okay, this 4 rays, and then ray cast hit. This is the this variable will be stored the result from the collision for any of this ray. Then we want to create another 3 variables private. The private variable will be box collider, the collider of the puzzle, and then another private vector 3 collider size, and then private vector3 collider center. The collider center is the center point of the collider from which we're going to fire the arrays. The collider size is the size of the collider. We want to fire the arrays longer than the collider size to be able to test the collision. Let's now create a puzzle. Create a function which will be checking the collision. Okay, let's add a void. We call the function move puzzle. Okay, and then we want to check the collision for every single puzzle. Let's loop it through the list, as we already store all of the puzzles created in the puzzle list, which was set in the previous episode. Let's loop it through. We will use the for each. For each puzzle in puzzle list. We're gonna loop through all of the puzzles, and then for every single puzzle we will set the move amount to be equal to the offset, as the offset value was used in the setting position function right at the beginning of the game. We will move the puzzle by the offset to make sure it's on the right position after it's moved. Okay, and then if puzzle dot clicked, if we clicked on that puzzle, which is that variable, because it's a public, we can access it straight away from this function. If we clicked on the puzzle, we're going to fire up the arrays. Let's fire up the array up and down. Array up and down, okay, and then set the collider. Collider is equal to puzzle dot get component, and then we want to take the box collider. Remember, don't take the box collider 2D, as we're using the cubes to represent the puzzle, but collider 2D will not work with the cubes, as is a 3D object. Then we will set the collider size. Collider size is equal to collider dot size, and then collider center is equal to collider dot center. Okay, I just set all of these variables which we created, and then let's set the move amount float. Move amount is equal to offset dot x. Okay, as you can see, the offset dot x value was used to affect the position. Offset dot x, and then check which direction we want to move. Float direction is equal to mat sign, and then movement amount. This function will return the 1 if this value is greater than 0, and -1 if it's lower than 0. As this value, the offset x, will be always on the plus, I think. Yes, it's always going to be 1. We could really skip this function, but I will leave it for the safety if we, for example, in the future we want to extend this code. And then we're gonna actually set the raise. Set raise, and then we will need a variable float. We're gonna call it x, and then puzzle.transform.position.x is plus the collider.center.x minus collider.center.x divided by 2, as we want to be in the center point. And then plus collider size.x divided by 2. Okay, and then another variable which we will need is a float y up is equal to puzzle.transform.position.y plus collider.center.y plus collider.center.y divided by 2 times direction. Okay, the direction is going to be obviously the offset x. Sorry, the direction is going to be the 1, because the offset x is on the plus. Okay, and then we want to take the same for the y down. Yep, we need another variables for the down ray, y down, and then we will do the same, but the direction we're gonna go in the opposite direction. Okay, let's create the rays now. Let's set first ray up. Ray up is equal to new ray, and then new. The origin will be new vector 3. Vector 2. And then we're gonna start x position for the x, which is the center point, and then y up will be the y up position. We need direction is gonna be new vector 2, and then we're gonna go 0, and then direction. Okay, one more bracket. The ray down will be exactly the same, but we will use the ray down y down, and we're gonna go to the opposite direction, which is the minus direction. Okay, to be able to test this ray, we will draw it in the debug mode. Draw rays, and then debug dot draw ray, and then we will pass the ray up dot origin, which is the center point, the point from where we're starting, and then ray up dot direction. This is the up ray, and this is the down ray. Okay, we have two rays now. We need another two, which is the left and right. Left and right ray, Okay. First of all, we will need another variable, which is the float x left. Maybe I will just copy and paste this one. That will be much quicker than typing everything. Okay, this is gonna be y, and this is gonna be x right, and this is gonna be x left. X left. We wanna change this one to y. Y, y, and y. Okay, and then for the x right, we will change this one to x, 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 and we leave it like that. And for the x left, we change everything to x, and we want to go to the minus direction, which is the opposite direction. Okay, and then we want to set the ray left and then ray right. The first thing, we need to pass this one x left and then y point, and this is gonna be the same, but we need to pass the first direction and then 0, as we want to move on the x-axis. 0f. Okay, and over here we will do the same, but the minus direction and then 0f. Okay, and here we need to pass the right and then y. Okay, let's draw the ray now. Everything will be the same, just we change this from left to left and to right. Okay, we have the rays now. Let's save it. Now we want to check the if the ray is actually colliding with something. Check collision, and then if physics dot raycast is, we want to pass the ray, which the first of all we want to test the up collision, ray up. Then we want to out hit, store our hit. As you see on the tent overloaded function, we have the raycast hit variable, which we actually passed, and the variable is storing the hit results. And then we want to pass the max distance. We just put this 1.0f, and then we want to pass the layer mask, collision mask. Remember, this mask will be set from the engine. And then this function will return true if the ray is hit the object with the collision mask. But if it's not, then we want to move our puzzle to that position. That means we will need to check if this return false. If this return false, we want to move our puzzle, but we gonna prevent from moving puzzle twice, and check if puzzle dot moved is equal to false if we didn't move the puzzle before. Okay, and then one more thing we need to check. As you can see, when we start our project, some of the puzzles are on the side, like this puzzle. If we want to move this puzzle, it's going to go up, but we need to check if it's not going outside on this side. Okay, that's what we're going to do for left, right, top and bottom. That's what we're gonna do. And our puzzle dot transform dot position dot y is less than the start position dot y. The start position dot y is the position where we place the first puzzle. Okay, that means we won't go higher than the first puzzle. Okay, and then if if all of these conditions are satisfied, then we're gonna print debug dot log collision up, maybe not collision, move up allowed. Okay, and then puzzle dot go up will be equal to true. Okay, remember this go up function is set inside the puzzle and it's gonna go here because this one will be true. It's gonna change the position of the puzzle and then set it to false and then set variable move to true. Okay, we have the checking for the up vector, for the up ray. Now let's check for the down, left and right. Because everything will be the same, just we need to pass the down, check if the y position is greater than the start position minus 3, as we have 4 puzzles in the row, but the first puzzle is not counting because the position for the first one is already in the start position, times offset dot y. One more bracket, and then if that happened, move down allowed, and then go down set to true. Then we now will check for the left ray x position. If it's greater than the start position dot x, that means we won't go further away in the first puzzle, and then if that's happened, left, and then go left, and then ray right. We want to check if the position x of our puzzle is less than the start position dot x plus 3 is the same as we have 3 rows, I mean 4 rows, but the first one is not counting, times offset dot x. Okay, we need one more bracket. Okay, if that is everything is true, that means move right is allowed, and then go right we have to set to true. Go right to true. Okay, let's save it, and then we need to call this function in the update method. Let's copy it and paste it here. That means every frame this function will be called, and it's going to loop through all of the puzzles. If you click the puzzle, then the puzzle will have 4 rays fired from its center, and if any of the ray not hit the puzzle in any direction, the puzzle will move automatically to the position up, down, right or left. Okay, let's save everything and go back to our editor. Right, there is one more thing which we have to do, is we have to set the layer mask. First of all, go to the prefab, puzzles, And then in the layer, currently the puzzle is set to the layer default. We'll create new mask, layer mask, add layer, and then on the position, the first 7 position is reserved by the Unity. You can't assign anything to it, but the 8th position you can, and we're gonna create the mask called puzzles. Okay, and then click again, and then choose from the list puzzles. Okay, so I mean all of the puzzles will be in this layer mask. And then in the main camera, in the game manager script, we have to choose the collision mask. As I said, this is the collision mask which we created variable for, and is used to checking the collision against. And we need to just click on it and set the puzzles. Remember to do that, otherwise it won't work. And then press play. As you see, I just move this this game view to the side. Okay, and then when I press the puzzle, there is something wrong with it yet. Just let me check. Okay, I have checked the code and I spot a few mistakes in it. Let's go to the game manager class, to the move puzzle function, and then over here looks like we just taking the collider.center, where we should use this one, collider_center, because this is the standard value which we assign right at the beginning. Okay, let's just replace it with the setRay function for the first value, and then the second value shouldn't be collider.center, it should be collider_size. Okay. Okay, make sure you do the same. First one is collider_center, and the second one is collider_size, the value which we set here. And then we have to do the same for the right and left ray. Okay, and then collider size as a second one. Okay, if we not change it, the ray will not be fired from the middle of the square of the puzzle. That's why just it wasn't working. And make sure the last one is collider_size. The other thing which I made mistake is we actually setting the ray up twice instead of doing the ray down. Just change the bottom one to down. Okay, we're setting ray up, ray down, ray left, and then the ray left, ray right. And then over here, when we're setting the ray left, we should put the minus direction, as the left side is going on the minus and the right side is going on the plus. Okay, make sure the ray left, the direction is set to minus, and in the right ray, the direction is set to plus. Okay, let's save it, and hopefully you have everything right now. If not, just please review the code again. Okay, and then go to the main camera. Make sure we have the collision mask set to puzzles. Make sure the puzzle prefab is set, the layer is set to puzzles, and then press play. And as you can see over here, when I press the puzzle, we have the 4 rays, and we see that the rays, we can see the collision. If we press the puzzle, which can't be moved anywhere, the puzzle will stay where it is. Okay, as mean we have the full working puzzles now. Okay, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will apply some graphics and make our game a little bit more functional. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This episode was a little bit longer than usual, as we did some more coding. And see you again in the next episode.